Sleeping Beauty. There was once a king and a queen who really wanted to have a baby. One day, their dream was fulfilled, and they had a beautiful little girl. I want to have a big banquet to celebrate the birth of my daughter, Aurora. We will invite all of the nobility and the fairies. And so...
she's a very sweet girl. What gift should we give her? Beauty, singing, dancing? Intelligence, that is a very important gift. Yes, and also courage. I want her to be determined and not let anyone boss her around.
Just then, I heard the celebration from my lair, and I came to see what it was about. I see I'm the only one who wasn't invited.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How could I have forgotten your invitation? I assure you it wasn't on purpose. It was probably because you live far away and...
Enough with the excuses! I also have a gift for the new princess. When she turns 16, she will prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel, and she will die. Ha 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 ha!
Oh no, what a tragedy!
Fairies, please do something to break this terrible spell.
We can't! I have an idea. We can't break the spell, but I can change it. The princess will not die. She will sleep for 100 years. 100 years! That means we'll never get to see when she wakes up. She will be asleep for the rest of our lives. Oh no! And when she wakes up, she won't have any loved ones around. She'll wake up to a lonely, sad place. Don't worry, Your Majesty. I will cast another spell. When Princess Aurora falls asleep, everyone in the castle will sleep with her.
Ha 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 ha! How silly and inept all of you are! If you were good at magic, you would know that there is an easy way to break the spell. Why, true love. If a man of pure heart falls in love with Princess Aurora, the spell will be broken. On second thought, that's not so easy. 100 years could very well pass by before a gentleman with a pure heart happens to find her. Ha 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 ha. And even if he does, what are the chances of him falling in love with a girl who doesn't talk, doesn't think, doesn't move? Ha 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 ha! Get out of here, you evil creature! You not only bring disgrace, but you mock our pain. If you weren't a spirit of nature, I'd lock you up in a dungeon. Ha 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 ha! Goodbye! I want all the spinning wheels in the kingdom destroyed! Every single one of them! But an old woman who was a cook at the castle was very fond of her machine and would not get rid of it.
I'll hide it in one of the towers where nobody ever goes. That way I will do no harm to the princess, and I can keep it. I will hide it very well, and will only use it occasionally.
Years passed, and Aurora became a beautiful young lady. For her 16th birthday, her parents gave her a beautiful dress. Since Aurora loved to take walks in the woods, she decided to go for one before her birthday celebration started. While walking back to the castle, her dress caught on a rose bush, and a thorn tore it.
Oh no, what am I going to do? The party is about to start. I can't go with a torn dress. But it's my parents' present. I can't change it. I'll have to find a way to mend it.
Aurora was a self-sufficient girl. She was used to solving her own problems, so she decided to look around the castle for a needle and thread. In one of the towers, she saw an old woman spinning on a spinning wheel.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Princess Aurora! Oh no, the princess has discovered my spinning wheel. I know what. I'll teach her to use the spinning wheel so she'll never hurt herself, and the spell won't take effect.
But before the old woman could say another word, Aurora, who was very curious, pricked her finger on the spindle of the spinning wheel and immediately fell to the ground asleep.
Oh no, what will I do now? Surely the king will send...
But before the old lady could finish speaking, the spell took effect, and all the inhabitants of the castle fell into a deep sleep.
Oh, what's wrong? I felt something in my heart. It means that Princess Aurora has begun 100 years of sleep. Quick, let's go to the castle. Let's take her to her bed so she can rest better. I'm going to surround her bed with beautiful roses because Aurora is as pretty as a rose. It's true, they should have called her Briar Rose instead. I like the name Aurora better. Well, enough discussion. Let's get back to the forest.
The years passed, and many trees and vegetation grew around the castle. One day, in a distant kingdom, how did it go with the last princess you met? It didn't go well. She was very spoiled. I don't want to marry someone like that. You are having a hard time finding a wife, huh? But I think there is still one more girl you need to meet. Sleeping Beauty. Haha, Sleeping Beauty? Who is she? You haven't heard the rumors? They say that in Birnam Wood there is a hidden castle where a beautiful, virtuous young lady fell into 100-year-long sleep. Nobody knows how many years are left, but it looks like many years have gone by already. That sounds more like myth and legend than rumor. But it's true. They say it is a dangerous place that no one dares to go to. All night, the prince, who enjoyed challenges, thought and thought about the story his friend had told him. What if this girl is the love of my life? I need to meet her. Tomorrow I will leave for the Birnam Wood. The next day, well, according to all the information they gave me, this is where the castle is located, behind all this vegetation. Looking for Sleeping Beauty? Yes, do you know where she is? I do, and you're in the wrong place. She is not in this forest. What? Everybody I asked on the way here said she was here in the Birnam Wood. And who do you believe? Mere humans? Or me, a millennial fairy? I'm sorry, ma'am. Then where is Sleeping Beauty? In the forest of the Amazon, far from here. Oh, well, I'll have to start a new journey then. Thank you. But the prince, who was pure of heart, had come to realize that this was an evil fairy, and that she was lying, so he hid among the trees and waited for the fairy to leave. Hours later, finally I can meet you. They were not kidding. You really are very beautiful. That night, the prince dreamed of the princess he had seen in the castle. I have been looking for a girl like you for years. I thought I'd never find someone like you. The next day, oh, what a beautiful dream I had about the Sleeping Beauty. Now, I really am a hopeless romantic. I can't believe I've fallen in love with the girl from my dreams. I want to see her again. If only you could wake up, I would tell you how much I love you, how much I've waited for a girl like you. My heart tells me you're my soulmate. How many years are left until you wake up? I don't know, but I'm willing to wait. Oh, I love you. At that moment, Aurora opened her eyes and became frightened when she saw the prince. Don't be afraid. I come in peace.
What's going on? Why am I here?
The prince began to tell her the story he had heard, but before he could finish, Aurora's parents had already entered the room.
Oh, Aurora, finally the spell is broken. That means that this is the young man who is pure of heart and truly loves our daughter.
It is true, ma'am. I am in love with your daughter, and if she accepts me, I would like to marry her. After spending some time getting to know each other better, the prince and Aurora were married and lived happily. Beauty and the Beast. There was once a very rich man who had 3 very beautiful daughters, educated in the best schools of the country. The youngest was the most beautiful of the 3. Her name was Belle. One day, the fate of the rich merchant suddenly changed for the worse. His house burned down, and his ship sank at sea with all the merchandise, bringing great losses to the millionaire. We have no other option. We will move to a humble house in the country.
I hate being poor. No wealthy gentleman will marry us now. We should still be thankful. At least we have a house to live in. We are healthy, strong, and able to work. Healthy and strong to be able to work? Well, guess what? I hate to work. You're so ridiculous and corny, Belle.
Girls! Good news!
What is it, Dad?
One of the ships didn't sink. They just notified me. It has arrived safely. I'm leaving for the harbor right now.
Oh, Dad, that's great news. Don't be silly, Belle. It's just one ship. We can't even afford to buy another home with that money. Or even be in good social standing.
Well, girls, I have to start somewhere. I became a millionaire with less than this. If I did it once, I can do it again. Just be patient.
I hate having to be patient.
Come on, cheer up. What do you want me to bring you?
I want a beautiful dress, even though I don't even need it since we don't get invited to balls anymore. I want an emerald comb.
What about you, Belle? What do you want?
Nothing, Dad. I'm sure we will need the money for more important things. All I want is for you to take care of yourself and return home safely.
You're so kind and humble, Belle. But let me bring you something.
Well, I do miss our rose garden a lot. If you see any roses out there, I'd like to have one.
The man arrived at the harbor only to run into several creditors who were waiting for him to repossess all the merchandise.
You owe me a lot of money, and I want you to pay me right now. Yeah, you owe me money too. And you owe me money as well.
The man returned as poor as when he had left, but before arriving home, he remembered Belle's request. Well, I can't bring the gifts to my 2 older daughters, but at least I can bring Belle a rose. Where can I find a rose? This path looks promising. I can surely find a rose in there. Oh no! It looks like I'm lost. Oh no! I will perish here with no one to take care of my daughters. Looks like there's something in the distance. The man walked and walked until he came to a mysterious castle. The man rang the doorbell, but nobody opened the door, so he decided to enter. Hello? Anyone here? How strange. It seems like nobody lives here. The dining room, and the table is set. Hello? May I eat? I'm lost and I'm very hungry. This castle must belong to some kind fairy. I will eat. After eating, the man walked into one of the rooms and went to sleep. The next day, what a kind fairy. She let me sleep here all night. I guess I'll leave now. Oh, a beautiful rose garden. I will cut one for Belle. Just then, a beast came upon him.
Ungrateful man! I fed you. I let you stay in my castle, and you pay me by cutting a rose from my garden? These beautiful roses are all I have in this life. You have no idea how much they mean to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to hurt your garden. I just wanted to bring this rose to a very kind daughter I have.
A daughter? Well, then your daughter will have to pay for this.
But sir...
Don't call me sir. I am a beast, don't you see?
All right. Beast, please have mercy. My daughter is very young, and she's kind and considerate. She doesn't deserve this.
Then you will have to die.
Thinking that he wanted to say goodbye to his daughters first, the man lied. No, please don't kill me. Okay, I will bring my daughter.
I want you to bring her a gift on my part. Take this chest full of riches. Tell her it's a gift from me.
Okay. The man thought that after saying goodbye to his daughters, he would come back to the castle to pay his debt. But when he told his daughters what had happened, they said,
No, Dad, it's not fair. Belle asked for the rose. She should be the one to pay the consequences, not you. Father, I won't let you return to the beast's castle. My sisters are right. It's my fault, and I must pay for this. Besides, the beast can't be as bad as you say. After all, he gave you lodging and sent me this gift. I'll go there. I will leave all these riches here for my sisters so they can find good husbands. Oh, thank you, Belle. You're so good. She is so stupid.
And so, Belle arrived at the castle.
Hello?
The beast was looking forward to meeting Belle, and he was not disappointed. He immediately felt very attracted to the beautiful young lady.
I want you to feel at home. Anything you need, just let me know and you will have it.
Thank you very much.
At dinner,
Belle, I want you to feel like the queen of this castle. If it disgusts you to have dinner with me, just tell me, and I will dine in the kitchen.
Oh no, please don't say that. You have a fierce appearance, that's true, but in reality you behave like a nice gentleman. I'd rather dine with you.
What do you like to do, Belle?
I enjoy reading and writing poetry, and as you already know, I love roses.
We seem to have very similar interests.
the days passed, and the beast began realizing that Belle not only was beautiful, but she was smart and friendly as well.
Look, Beast, I wrote a poem this morning. Would you like to read it? I was in the garden and I felt inspired.
I love it. It is as if you read my mind and put on paper what I feel for my roses.
They're so beautiful.
Yes, they are truly beautiful. However, since you came along, I'd rather admire you than them.
Beast.
Belle, I'm in love with you. Marry me.
Oh, Beast, it's too early to make a decision like that.
It's because I'm a horrible beast, right?
No, it's not that.
I'm a monster.
No, you're not a monster. Believe me, I've known good-looking people who deserve to be called a monster more so than you.
The next day,
Belle, you're so kind to me. I want to give you a gift. Look, this mirror is special to me. You can ask to see whatever you want, and the mirror will show you.
Oh, thank you, Beast. What a beautiful gift. I'll see how my dad is doing. Oh, that's great. My dad's business has flourished again, and my sisters are married to important gentlemen just like they wished.
months passed and Belle was happy with the Beast, though she felt a little uncomfortable because most days the Beast asked her to marry him.
Poor Beast. He is so kind and gentle, but I can't marry him. He's just too ugly.
However, with the passing of time, Belle was starting to get used to the Beast's appearance, and she no longer thought he looked so ugly. One night,
I'll see how my dad is doing. Oh no, my dad is very ill.
at dinner time,
What is it, Belle? You seem sad.
It's my dad. He's very ill, and I'm worried that I might never see him again.
Belle, if you'd like, you can use the carriage to go visit your dad.
Really?
Yes, I don't want you to be sad. I'd rather die of sadness myself.
Oh, Beast, don't say that. I'll go for a week and I promise I will come back.
the next day, Belle woke up at her father's house wearing a beautiful dress. Seeing her dressed like a princess, her sisters, who had married very wealthy but cruel men, felt very jealous of her.
You've done very well, Belle. Oh, yes, I am very happy. The Beast is very kind, and he treats me like a princess. He's gentle and he loves me. I promised him I'd return to the castle within 7 days. Oh, that's good. I'd say the stupid girl is in love with the Beast. It's not fair. Why is she so happy and we're not? Ooh, I have an idea. Let's prevent her from returning within 7 days, so the Beast gets angry and devours her. Yes, let's tell her we miss her very much, and we don't want her to go.
And so,
Belle, please don't go. We are so unhappy with our husbands, and now we finally get to see you again, and you're leaving so soon. Please stay longer, please. Boo-hoo-hoo. Okay, I'll stay another week.
but when the 2 weeks had passed, Belle began to feel sorry for the Beast. She missed him very much and was worried about him.
What if he's thinking I left? Oh, he's probably very depressed. Beast, I miss him so much. I think I'm in love with him. I should return to him.
Belle returned to the castle, but when she came in, all was silent.
Beast! Beast! I'm back! I'm looking forward to seeing you! How strange. Where is he?
Suddenly, Belle saw the Beast lying on the floor.
Beast, what happened to you? Are you okay?
I'm dying of sadness because you left me.
No, Beast, don't die. I was delayed, but I came back because I missed you so much. I love you, Beast. I want to be your wife.
Really?
Yes, I realize that I love you very much.
Belle, I'm so happy to hear that.
At that moment, the Beast became a handsome prince.
Beast, what's going on?
Belle, it's me. I was under the spell of an evil fairy that transformed me into a beast, but your love has broken the spell.
Oh, my prince.
Belle and the prince married and lived happily ever after.
The Little Mermaid. Aurora was a 14-year-old mermaid who lived with her father, the king of mermaids, and her 4 sisters in a maritime kingdom. Aurora was the prettiest of her sisters. Although they all sang beautifully, Aurora had the best voice of all. The Little Mermaid dreamt of going to the surface and seeing the world of humans. It's not fair. How come all of you can go to the surface, sunbathe on the rocks, watch the boats go by, and I have to stay here? Be patient, Aurora. When you turn 15 years old, you will be able to go to the surface like us. The Little Mermaid had no choice but to wait a few more months. Meanwhile, she tried to keep busy by listening to her sisters tell stories of their adventures on the surface. When you look up, you see a gigantic blue blanket covering everything. It's called the sky, and when it gets dark, the sky is filled with thousands of twinkling lights that are called stars. Wow, I would love to see that. And during the day, there is this huge yellow ball in the middle of the sky. They call it the sun. At dusk, it turns orange and it drowns in the sea. But the sun is not like humans that drown and die. The following day, the sun comes out again as if nothing had happened. Amazing! The day finally came when Aurora turned 15. That day she combed her beautiful hair with extra care and decorated it with flowers. I'm ready. Now I will go up to the surface. Good luck, Aurora. Have fun! When Aurora reached the surface, the first thing she saw was a boat with beautiful lights in different colors. Aurora didn't know these were fireworks. All she knew was that they were the most beautiful things she had ever seen. This is amazing! I'm going to get closer. Oh, that over there must be a human. It's just like my sisters described it. It looks like us, but it doesn't have a fish tail. Those must be the legs. Oh, he is very good looking. It was love at first sight. Aurora forgot all about the fireworks and stood there completely captivated by the beauty of this young man, who was actually a prince. Oh, he's so beautiful. How I wish he would notice and love me. I would be so happy if I could live with him my whole life. What was that? At first, the Little Mermaid thought it was more fireworks, but when she saw the rain, the stormy sea, and how worried the sailors were, she knew this was something different. Oh no, the boat is sinking. The sailors are falling overboard. I have to help my beloved. I can't let him drown and die. He's safe now, but he hasn't opened his eyes. Oh, he is so beautiful. Oh no, a human is coming this way. I better leave. Goodness gracious, a man, and he needs help. The prince opened his eyes, saw the beautiful girl next to him, and smiled at her, thinking she had saved his life. The prince fell in love with her, but soon fell unconscious again. Oh no, he doesn't know I was the one who saved his life. How I wish that smile would have been for me. Aurora went back to her watery home where her sisters were waiting to hear all about the adventures on the surface. Aurora told them the whole story. I know who he is. He's a prince from a kingdom nearby. Now that you are allowed to go to the surface, I'll show you where he lives. From that day on, the Little Mermaid rose to the surface every day to see her prince. She was able to overhear people talking about how kind-hearted the prince was, and she fell in love with him even more. I know what I'll do. I'll go to the sea witch. She will give me legs.
I know why you're here. And let me tell you, it's a bad idea. It will bring you great sorrow and pain.
But Miss Sea Witch, I love him very much. And the only way he will notice me is if I had legs. And I know you can give me legs.
As a matter of fact, I can. But I warn you that the transformation will hurt a lot. And every time you walk or dance, you will feel like you're stepping on sharp knives. Also, once your shape becomes that of a human being, you'll never be a mermaid again.
Okay, I agree.
I'm not finished yet. To stay human, you must get the prince to marry you and love you like he's never loved anyone before. But if the prince were to marry another girl, the day after their wedding, you will become sea foam. And of course, I don't work for free. In fact, my work is quite expensive. The price for legs is your beautiful voice.
But if you take away my voice, what is left for me?
You'll have your beauty and the expression in your eyes. That will be enough for any man to fall in love with you. What is it? Did you have a change of heart?
No, I want it done. Then the sea witch took the Little Mermaid's voice and gave her a magic potion.
Go to the palace where the prince lives and drink the potion there. Then you shall have legs.
The Little Mermaid did, and just like the sea witch had said, the transformation was very painful. However, an hour later, the prince came out and Aquarelle's heart filled with joy.
Who are you? Where are you from? Oh, you can't talk? Well, never mind. I'll help you. You can stay with me and keep me company.
The Little Mermaid was very happy to be with the prince. Anywhere he went, she went also.
You are the kindest and most beautiful girl I've ever met in my entire life. I really like you, and I think I even love you. But there is another girl that I love as well. She's a girl who saved my life once when I was shipwrecked. Since then, I've been looking for her everywhere, but I can't find her. And now my parents want me to marry this princess from a nearby kingdom.
The Little Mermaid felt very sad. Oh, if only I could tell the prince that it was me who saved his life, and not the girl he saw on the beach.
By the way, tomorrow I have to travel to meet this princess my parents want me to marry. I'll meet her just to please my parents, but if they force me to marry, I'd rather marry you, because I do love you.
Upon hearing this, the Little Mermaid felt joy again, but her happiness did not last long. 2 days later, the prince returned with some news.
Hello, dear. You won't believe this. The princess my parents wanted me to meet is the same girl I've been looking for all this time. The girl I told you about, the one that saved my life. Oh, I'm so happy I found her. I have given my word to marry her.
Aquarelle felt her heart breaking into 1,000 pieces. She went to the beach to cry. But a week later...
Hey, I've missed you so much. You know, I thought I was happy to have found the girl who saved my life. But the truth is, I love you more than I thought. If I marry her, I will lose you. And I don't want to. I wish you could tell me what you think.
That night, Aquarelle went to cry on the beach again. Her sisters saw her and decided to help, so they went to see the sea witch. Please let us talk to the prince.
I don't work for free. My prices are quite expensive. I will let you speak to the prince, but I want your hair in exchange. All of you will be completely bald.
Hey, you, prince.
Huh? Who said that?
Over here.
My ladies, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get help.
No, wait, we don't need help. We just came to tell you that you're mistaken. The girl that you're getting married to is not the one who saved your life. It was our sister, Aquarelle, the mute girl who's been living in the palace.
Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. All this time I thought I loved two different women, when in fact they were the same. What am I going to do now? I love Aquarelle, but I gave my word of marriage to the princess.
When the prince returned to the palace, he found the princess deep in thought.
Are you all right? Everything is ready for the wedding tomorrow.
Before we get married, I must confess something. I love someone else. I thought I would be able to forget him and follow my duty to marry you, but I feel so sad.
Well, if you're having second thoughts about the wedding, don't worry. I have no problem in canceling the wedding.
You really wouldn't mind?
No, really, we can cancel it if you want.
So the wedding was canceled. The prince married the Little Mermaid, and they lived happily ever after.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, there lived a queen who loved to sit by the window and sew. One snowy day, while the queen was sewing, she got distracted looking at the contrast between the white snow and the black window frame, and poked her finger with the needle. Ouch! Seeing her bleeding finger, she thought, how nice would it be to have a girl with her skin white as snow, her hair black as the window frame, and her lips as red as blood. The desire of the queen's heart was so strong that it became a reality, and 9 months later, the queen had a daughter just like she had hoped. She's so beautiful! I will name her Snow White. Sadly, a short time later, the queen died and the king remarried. The new queen was very beautiful, but she was also arrogant and selfish. She wanted to be the most beautiful of all women, and she had a magic mirror to which she asked every day,
Mirror, mirror, who is the fairest of all women?
My queen, you're the most beautiful of all.
Perfect.
Years passed, and one day the queen heard her husband talking to a prince who came from a faraway kingdom. Rumors of your daughter Snow White's beauty have come to my kingdom, so I came to see if it was possible that there was such a beautiful maiden as described to me. After meeting Snow White, I've realized that her beauty is not only on the outside, but also within, and I wanted to ask your permission to start courting her.
Rumors of Snow White's beauty in distant kingdoms? It can't be! I'm the most beautiful woman of all! Mirror!
Yes, my queen.
Who is the most beautiful woman of all?
You are very beautiful, my queen. But Snow White is more beautiful than you.
No, that can't be! I will not tolerate any woman surpassing my beauty.
Then the queen ordered for Snow White to be dressed in rags.
Mirror, mirror, now who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, you are very beautiful, but even in rags, Snow White is still more beautiful than you.
The queen was filled with envy. Jealousy and hatred began to grow like a weed in her heart. And one day,
there is no other option. Snow White must die. Bring me a hunter.
Yes, your majesty, how may I be of service?
I want you to take Snow White deep into the forest and kill her. Then I want you to bring me her heart in a box. Snow White, come here. Yes, your highness. Dress well. This good man is going to take you for a walk. Oh, how exciting! I can wear a nice dress again. Yes, go quickly, dear. But where are we going? There's nothing here in the forest.
I'm sorry, sweet girl, but these are the queen's orders.
Oh, please, good man, don't do it. I'll go away. I'll disappear. I promise the queen will never see me again, but please don't kill me. If you kill me, you will always carry in your conscience the death of an innocent girl.
You're right. I will not kill you. Go! Go! Run! Go as far away from here as you can and never come back. Snow White ran into the forest as fast as she could. She was tired and scared, but fortunately, when night came, she saw in the distance a small cottage in the woods.
Oh, I'm sure I will find help here. Nobody's home. Oh, but the door is open. What a lovely little house. It looks like many children live here. I hope they don't mind if I grab something to eat.
After eating, Snow White went back to the bedroom.
Oh, I'm so tired. I will lay down on these beds for a while.
Snow White was so tired that she fell asleep immediately. The little cottage belonged to 7 dwarves. When they came back, they noticed something was amiss.
Someone sat on my chair.
Somebody used my plate.
Someone ate our food.
Someone used my fork. Achoo!
Someone used my spoon.
Someone opened the bedroom door.
Someone is sleeping in our beds. It's a girl. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to fall asleep.
Snow White told them everything that had happened.
Don't worry.
You're safe here.
The queen is a witch. She still owes us money for the jewelry we sold her.
If you agree to do all the house work, achoo!
Like sweeping, sewing, washing dishes, and cooking.
You can stay here. Oh, sure, no problem. I will.
Meanwhile, in the castle,
Ha 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 ha. Now that Snow White is dead, I'll be the fairest again. Mirror, mirror, who is the most beautiful woman of all?
You are beautiful, my queen, but deep in the forest, in the cottage of the 7 dwarves, lives Snow White, and her beauty is greater than yours.
That hunter deceived me. I will have to do it myself. I know what. I will disguise myself and go see Snow White.
Sweet maiden, I am an old peddler woman who sells good and beautiful things. Look at this lovely ribbon. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, it's so pretty. The queen never let me wear nice things. I would love to have it, but I have no money.
Don't worry about the money. I'll give it to you as a gift. Here, let me put it on you.
Immediately, the witch pulled the ribbon around Snow White's waist and pulled it so hard that Snow White couldn't breathe and fainted. The queen, thinking that Snow White was dead, left satisfied. Fortunately, the dwarves came soon.
What happened? It's the ribbon. We must untie it. She's waking up. Girl, what happened to you?
A lady selling good and beautiful things tied this ribbon around my waist and I fainted.
It was the witch, I'm sure.
From now on, you are not allowed to open the door to anyone while we're gone. Achoo! Okay, I won't open the door anymore.
Meanwhile, in the castle,
Mirror, mirror, now who is the fairest of them all?
You are beautiful, my queen, but deep in the forest, in the cottage of the 7 dwarves, lives Snow White, and her beauty is greater than yours.
No! She didn't die! I'll have to go again!
and without wasting any time, the evil queen poisoned a comb and took it to Snow White.
Beautiful hair comes for sale! Buy a beautiful hair comb!
I'm sorry, ma'am, but the dwarves won't let me open the door to anyone.
Okay, but since you're so beautiful, I'd like you to wear one of my hair combs. Here, I will leave it by the window.
What a beautiful hair comb! I've never had something so beautiful. The lady is gone. She couldn't possibly hurt me. I will wear it.
But Snow White didn't know that the hair comb was poisoned. She put it on and immediately lost consciousness. Fortunately, the dwarves arrived soon after and removed the comb before the poison could kill her.
Foolish girl! Why did you let the queen deceive you again? We told you not to open the door!
Again she has tried to kill you.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I promise I won't let the queen trick me again. Wow, what a pretty hair comb.
Don't touch it! It's poisoned!
The queen, feeling very happy, thinking Snow White was dead, asked her mirror again.
Mirror, mirror, now who is the fairest of them all?
You are beautiful, my queen, but deep in the forest, in the cottage of the 7 dwarves, lives Snow White, and her beauty is greater than yours.
Ugh, this time I will not fail. I will kill Snow White if it's the last thing I do.
Then the queen, who, like the dwarves had said, was really a wicked witch, went into a secret room where she hid all her witchcraft. This time, she looked for the deadliest poison of all and smeared it on an apple. Then she cast a spell.
By the powers of magic, Snow White won't be able to resist eating this apple. Now I will disguise myself as a defenseless old lady. I look great. Hee 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 hee.
Sweet girl, do you want a delicious and healthy apple?
Thank you, good lady, but I can't open the door or accept any gifts.
But look at this delicious apple. What harm can possibly come of it? It's red, bright, and very sweet.
At that moment, the witch's spell took effect and Snow White couldn't resist letting the woman in and eating a piece of the apple. She immediately fell to the floor.
Ha 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 ha!
Mirror, mirror, who is the fairest of them all now?
My queen, you're the most beautiful of all women.
I knew it! Ha 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 ha! I knew it!
Meanwhile,
There's nothing to do about it. She's dead.
Why did she let the queen fool her again?
Let's make a crystal box. Achoo!
Let's put her in there.
So at least we can remember her.
but while the dwarfs cried, the prince who wanted to marry Snow White passed by. It's her! It's her! It's Snow White! The princess that mysteriously disappeared after her father gave me permission to court her.
Who are you?
I am a prince from a faraway kingdom. I heard of Snow White's unparalleled beauty and came to meet her. While I was in the castle, I was able to get to know her better, and I realized that her beauty is not only physical, but also internal. Oh, I have been looking for her for days. But why is she in that glass box?
Because she's dead.
What? It can't be. Snow White. I wanted to marry her. Why did she die?
I don't know, but we believe it was the queen who did this.
Please, let me take her to my kingdom. I promise you that I will honor and respect her just as if I had married her, and the queen will never be able to harm her.
Well, the truth is that we can't take care of her while we're at work.
And the evil witch could disturb her sleep.
Okay, take her.
But when the prince's servants were carrying the box, one of them tripped, and Snow White's body fell off the box. When she hit the floor, the piece of apple that was stuck in her throat came out, and Snow White came back to life.
Oh, where am I? What happened to me?
Snow White, you are alive!
It's you! The prince I met at the castle.
Yes, I am your prince. I have been looking for you desperately all these past days, and I thought you were dead, but now I know you're not. Snow White, come with me to my kingdom, away from the evil queen. In my castle, you'll be safe, and I will make you my wife.
Oh, my prince!
And so, Snow White and the prince got engaged, and invited everyone to the wedding. The evil queen was also invited, but before leaving, she asked the mirror,
Mirror, mirror, who is the most beautiful woman of all?
You, my queen, you're beautiful. But the young girl that will soon become queen is much more beautiful than you.
The queen was filled with envy and anger and went to her secret place to cast a spell.
I want to be the most beautiful woman of all!
Blinded by rage, the queen cast the wrong spell, and instead of becoming the most beautiful woman, she turned into the ugliest of all.
No!
Ashamed of her appearance, the queen never came back out of her secret place. Meanwhile, Snow White and the prince married and lived happily. Cinderella. There was once a noble couple who lived happily with their daughter Ella in a beautiful villa. However, misfortune soon arrived when the wife fell seriously ill. Before dying, the woman told her daughter, "Ella dear, always be kind and generous, and sooner or later, life will reward you."
Yes, Mom.
The years passed, and the girl grew up following the advice of her mother. Although she was very beautiful, she was humble and kind to everyone around her. "I think I'll put more birdseed in the feeder so the birds have enough to eat." But one day,
Ella, I want to introduce you to my new wife. I know no one can replace your mother, but I want you to meet Julia. She wants to be like a second mother to you.
My pleasure, dear. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better.
Julia also has two daughters that are about your age. They can be like your sisters. You've always wanted sisters. Meet Priscilla and Altagracia.
"Oh, that's lovely. I've always wanted to have sisters. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, Priscilla and Altagracia."
Well, and since the whole family is gathered here, I will take this opportunity to tell you that I have to leave for a business trip. What would you like me to bring you?
I want a diamond necklace and ruby earrings. And I want 2 new dresses, a velvet one and a silk one.
What about you, Ella?
"Father, I just want a branch from the first tree you see when you come back." The man left thinking Ella wouldn't be alone. He didn't know that he was actually leaving his daughter in the hands of 3 evil women.
Why did you ask your dad for a silly branch? Yes, are you stupid or what?
Well, I'm not really into jewels and dresses that much. My mom always told me it was more important to be generous and kind.
Kind and generous? Did you hear her? She wants to be kind and generous. Well, let's go to her room and take all of her stuff.
And so the stepsisters took all of Ella's dresses and jewels.
Girls, what is going on?
Mother, we don't want this fool to be our sister. We don't want her to sit at our table or share all the beautiful things with us. Make her a maid, Mother.
Very well. From now on, she will not sleep in this room. She will sleep on the floor by the fireplace and do all the housework.
The next day,
Look at her. She has ashes all over herself for having to sleep by the fireplace. From now on, we should call her Cinderella.
and so the days passed. Poor Cinderella had to wash dishes, make the beds, wash clothes, and do everything her stepsisters asked. Her father finally arrived, but he was so busy he didn't even realize what was happening.
Hello, family. I brought everything you asked for, but I must leave again. Goodbye.
I will plant this branch here in memory of my mother. Cinderella's tears made the branch flourish and come to life.
Girl, why are you crying?
My family treats me badly, and I miss my mother.
Well, I can be your protector. I can't get rid of your family, but I can meet your basic needs like food and shelter and clothes.
Really?
Yes, you just have to ask me and I will give it to you.
When Cinderella arrived home, she found her stepmother and stepsisters in a very good mood.
Oh, how exciting!
What is it?
Of course you wouldn't know because you're a servant. But I will tell you so you turn green with envy. The king has organized a 3-day festival so his son, the prince, meets the girl he wants to marry. And they have invited all the girls in the kingdom. And we got the invitation, of course.
And at the end of the 3-day festival, there will be a ball where the prince will announce who his bride is.
The day of the festival.
Cinderella, help me comb my hair. Cinderella, help me with my dress. We're ready, Mother. Let's go to the festival. And Cinderella can stay here washing the floors. I'm sure the prince will choose me. No, he will choose me. Not me. No, me.
Enough, girls! Let's go!
Cinderella was very sad. She had always wanted to go to a festival in the palace to see all the decorations and dance to the beautiful music. She was so sad that she decided to go see the tree that she had planted in memory of her mother. Oh, I'm so sad. I really wanted to go to the festival, but my stepmother won't take me. She said I'm dirty and ugly, and that she would be ashamed if the royal family ever found out that we're related. Immediately, Cinderella found herself wearing a beautiful dress, and she went to the festival.
You are a lucky man indeed. Just look, the whole garden full of beautiful young ladies, all willing to be your bride. Yes. Why so discouraged? Well, I have talked to several that I like, but I don't know, I haven't found the one. Well, look at that one over there. She's pretty. I'll go talk to her. It's my party. I go first. And if I don't like her, then you go talk to her. But you have a lot of girls here. Leave this one to me. No way. If I don't like her, then you can go. Oh, alright. Bah, when will I learn? Never show the girl you like to a friend. Hello, what's your name?
Well, to be honest, I can't tell you. The thing is, I came without permission from my family.
Oh, a disobedient girl, I see.
Well, I really wanted to see what a festival in the palace would be like. The decorations, the dancing.
And what about the prince? Don't you want to meet him?
Well, I think all the girls here are very beautiful, and they come from very good families. I think the prince must be very busy with them. Also, I have to confess, I don't talk to people much. I get along better with dogs, cats, birds. I don't think I would be very good company for the prince.
Very well. Let's make a deal. You don't tell me who you are, and I don't tell you who I am. What do you think?
Oh yes, it's a good idea.
Well, you said you'd like to dance, right? Why don't we dance?
Unaware that he was the prince, Cinderella danced with the handsome stranger all afternoon. They had a lot of fun since the prince had never met a girl with Cinderella's witty remarks. He was also very attracted to her mysteriousness.
Who is that girl who's dancing with the prince? I don't know. I've never seen her before.
When night came, "Oh, it's very late. I have to go now."
I'll take you home. That way I will know where you live and I can visit you.
"Oh no, please. That would get me in trouble."
Alright then. I won't insist on the condition you promise me I'll see you tomorrow.
"I'll try to be here." Cinderella ran, but the prince followed her and saw the house she went in. Later on, "I won't be able to sleep tonight because I'll be too busy thinking about him. I want to see him again tomorrow."
Mother, it's not fair. Why did that mysterious girl have to show up? I'm sure the prince likes her. He surely does. He danced with her the whole afternoon.
The prince? The handsome gentleman I met today is the prince? The next day,
Cinderella, why didn't you finish the housework yesterday?
"Sorry, stepmother, I didn't have time."
Well, do it today, in addition to your other chores.
"Yes, stepmother." But as soon as the stepmother and her daughters left, Cinderella ran to the garden to cry. She had fallen in love with the prince and wanted very much to see him again.
Don't cry, girl. Look here, I have an even more beautiful gown for you to go to the festival.
Cinderella went to the festival and the prince immediately came to meet with her.
I've been waiting for you. I spent last night thinking about you.
I have to admit, so did I.
I really like you. Tell me, what can I call you, even if it's not your real name?
You can call me Cindy.
Cindy. Let's dance.
Once again, the prince danced with Cinderella all afternoon. In the evening, when she left, the prince followed her again and saw the house where she went in. The next day, before the festival began, the prince came to the house where he had seen Cinderella enter the past 2 nights.
Altagracia, the prince is here and he's asking for one of the girls who lives in the house. Oh, what joy! He is surely going to pick one of us. And the girl he was dancing with is going to be so jealous. Ha! Hurry, Mother said to go to the living room.
He's looking for me. What if I go and tell him everything? No, he is the prince. He would never marry a servant.
Sorry, my fair lady.
But neither of these 2 beautiful young ladies is the one I'm looking for. I must have the wrong house. How disappointing, Mother! What could have happened? The prince was so sure he was going to find his bride here. Yes, it's very strange indeed.
The stepmother said nothing to her daughters, but she suspected that Cinderella was the mysterious young lady who had been dancing with the prince.
I'm sure it's her. That's why she hasn't had time to finish the chores these days. I'm going to watch her closely today. If it's Cinderella, I'll embarrass her in front of everyone.
When the women had gone to the festival, Cinderella ran to the garden and told the tree everything. The tree gave her the most beautiful dress she had ever seen. At the festival,
Cindy, I need to know who you are. Today I have to announce who's my bride, and I want it to be you.
I would love to be your bride, but I can't.
Darling, I knew it was you. May I, Your Majesty? Wicked girl, how dare you do this great evil to your sisters? You are so selfish. Get out of here immediately if you don't want me to embarrass you in front of everyone here.
Oh no, please, stepmother, don't do it. I'll leave.
Cindy, wait, what's wrong?
Sorry, I can't stay, but I'll never forget you. Cinderella was afraid that the prince would reject her if he found out the truth. She ran as fast as she could, but in her hurry, she lost one of her glass slippers. The prince picked it up and watched closely which house she went in.
Cinderella! Cinderella!
Yes, stepmother.
I just can't believe how selfish you are. Because of you, the prince has cancelled the festival, and now he's planning to go looking for the girl who lost the glass slipper. But don't even think I'm going to allow you to try it on. I will lock you up in this room all day.
The prince came to the villa, and Priscilla and Altagracia tried on the shoe, but even though they tried to squeeze in their foot and endure the pain it caused them, the prince could tell the slipper didn't fit. When the prince was about to leave, Cinderella's father arrived home from a long journey.
Good afternoon. To which do we owe the honor to have your majesty in our home?
The prince told him everything.
The lady here assures me that these are the only 2 girls who live in this house, but I'm sure I've seen another one entering this house. It must be my daughter from my first marriage. Julia, why didn't you call Ella to come try on the slipper?
We lost our servants, and she's helping out with the cleaning of the house. She didn't have time to get ready, and I didn't want His Majesty to see her like that.
Well, go get her.
The woman had no choice but to bring Cinderella. Although she was dirty, the prince instantly recognized her.
It's her.
But to make it official, he asked her to try on the shoe.
I knew it. It fits perfectly. I have no doubt you're the girl I'm looking for.
I am, and here's the other slipper. Cinderella's father found out what the wicked women had been doing to his daughter, and he kicked them out. Cinderella married the prince, and they lived happily ever after.
Toads and Diamonds. Once there was a woman who had 2 very beautiful daughters. Although both girls' beauty was unsurpassed, they were very different. Casilda, the oldest daughter, was selfish, petty, and had a bad heart. Lily Rose, the youngest daughter, was kind and friendly. The mother, whose personality was very much like Casilda's, treated Lily Rose very badly. She made her dress in rags and made her do all the housework.
Have you washed the dishes?
Yes, Mother.
Did you make the beds?
Yes, Mother.
Did you iron the clothes?
Yes, Mother.
Mother, Lily Rose didn't iron my dress correctly. She's jealous of me because I have cute clothes and she doesn't.
That's not true. I ironed all the clothes.
Okay, Lily Rose, go get water from the well for now, and when you get back, then you will iron your sister's dress.
Okay, Mother. What a nice day. I love to see the sunlight and feel the breeze on my face. When Lily Rose got to the well, she saw a poorly dressed and dirty woman sitting next to it.
Hi, dear. Can you please give me some water from that well? I'm very thirsty, and I don't have a bucket to get the water.
Oh, sure, no problem. Lily Rose got the water from the well and gave it to the woman. At that moment, the woman became a beautiful fairy dressed in the finest fabric. Oh, wow.
Don't be scared, dear. I am Belle the fairy, and I help Mother Nature to reward good people. Your beauty is not only external, but you also have a kind heart. As a reward for your generosity, from now on, every time you talk, white roses and diamonds will come out of your mouth.
Lily Rose was overwhelmed by what the fairy told her, so she didn't say anything until she got home.
Lazy girl! You were killing time out there, weren't you? Why were you so late? Who do you think will make us dinner?
Sorry, it's just that when Lily Rose spoke, just like Fallon the fairy had said, white roses and diamonds came out of her mouth.
What's going on here? Is this one of your tricks to annoy and humiliate your sister?
No, Mother, really, it was Fallon the fairy who did this.
Fallon the fairy! What on earth are you talking about?
Lily Rose told her mother and sister what had happened at the well.
Well, don't even think you're going to be more special than your sister. Casilda, go to the well for water.
What?
Oh, Mother, but I don't want to. That's a lot of work. That will damage my hands. Casilda, go to the well and give water to that lady so that you will also have the virtue of roses and diamonds out of your mouth. Mom, I don't want to go to the well. I don't feel like it. Well, you're going anyway, Casilda.
After throwing a tantrum, Casilda finally went to the well grumbling.
Oh, how inconvenient to come all the way over here.
Sitting there next to the old well was the dirty and poorly dressed woman.
Hello, dear. Can you give me some water? I am very thirsty. Do you think I'm your servant or what? Lazy woman, get the water yourself. But I don't have a bucket. Well, then figure out a way of getting the water. I'm not your maid.
Just then, the woman became a beautiful fairy dressed in the finest fabric.
Oh, dear. You're beautiful on the outside, but in the inside you are selfish and petty. For this reason, every time you speak from now on, snakes and toads will come out of your mouth.
Casilda went home without saying a word, but along the way she was thinking,
Foolish witch! Does she think I'm afraid of her? I'm sure she just said that to annoy me.
When Casilda got home, her mother immediately asked,
How did it go, Casilda? Speak! Say something! Please, mother! This is nonsense!
Just as she said the words, out of her mouth came snakes and toads. The mother yelled in horror.
Casilda, what happened to you?
Casilda began to cry.
Mother, what is happening to me? Help me! I'm sure Lily Rose is responsible for this. She's always been jealous of me. Lily Rose! Lily Rose!
Lily Rose had been listening behind a door. Oh no, they are very angry with me and it's not even my fault. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just run away. So Lily Rose ran into the woods and didn't stop until she was very far. They'll never find me here. But at night, Lily Rose got very scared and she was very hungry. I'll stay here and I will close my eyes so if a wild animal attacks me, I won't see it. Lily Rose fell asleep and the next day,
Girl, are you okay?
Lily Rose opened her eyes and saw a young man looking at her with concern. The young man was actually a prince who came from distant lands to explore the forest. Yes, I'm fine. As she spoke, white roses and diamonds came out of her mouth.
Wow, who are you, girl? You must be someone really special. Do you want to come with me to my kingdom?
Lily Rose knew she could never return to her house, so she agreed to leave with the prince. Once in the kingdom, the prince and Lily Rose became friends and soon fell in love. Sometime later, they married and lived happily ever after. Hansel and Gretel. Once there was a lumberjack who lived in a cottage in the woods with his children Hansel and Gretel and his second wife Margot. Margot was young and beautiful, but she was always in a bad mood and did not like the children. Why do I have to do all the work? I just washed the dishes this morning and they're dirty again. Hansel and Gretel did help around the house, but since they were little kids, sometimes they forgot it and went out to play.
Ha ha ha! I found you! My turn!
It's your turn, all right. Your turn to go sweep the floor. And you foolish girl, go iron the clothes. But last time I got burned. And what makes you think I care? One day the lumberjack lost his job and the situation at home got worse. What did you bring for dinner? Because I already told you that we have no food at all.
This bread is all I could buy.
They ate in silence and went to bed very hungry. At night, the children's stepmother told her husband, I have an idea. Tomorrow when you go to look for work, you are going to take the kids with you and abandon them deep in the forest. That way we'll be rid of them and we won't have to go as hungry. But the lumberjack did not like this idea.
Woman, are you out of your mind? I couldn't possibly abandon my children that way. What if a wild animal devours them?
The woman, who had a heart of stone, replied, "You'll have to do it, because you have no money to feed the 4 of us, and they are going to starve anyway." The man, who was very depressed about the situation, had no desire to continue arguing and decided to do what the woman said. What the stepmother didn't know was that Hansel was hearing the whole conversation. The child, who was very intelligent, thought of a plan.
I'll wait for everyone to sleep, then I'll go out into the woods and gather some white pebbles.
He did, and the next day, while his father was leading them into the woods, Hansel dropped the white pebbles to mark the way.
Well, children, stay here and I will come back to get you when I'm done looking for work.
Hansel, I'm scared. This place is very dark.
Don't worry, let's wait for a while and then we'll go back to the house.
But I want to go home right now.
No, because Margaret is in the house and she will get mad at us. We have to wait until Dad gets home. Look, Dad left this piece of bread for us. Let's eat it.
A few hours later.
Okay, now it's time to come home.
When Hansel and Gretel returned, the woodcutter was very happy.
More children!
But Margot was very angry. I told you to leave those brats in the woods. Why didn't you?
I did, but they found their way back here.
Then tomorrow you're going to do it again, and I'll go with you to make sure that this time you do the job well done. Hansel thought he would follow the same plan as the night before.
I'll wait for them to go to sleep, then I will go gather some pebbles.
But the poor boy was very tired with all the events of the day, and he fell asleep. The next day...
Oh, no, I fell asleep and I couldn't pick up pebbles last night. I know what I'll do. Instead of pebbles, I will drop breadcrumbs from the bread Dad gave us.
Again, the woodcutter delved with the children in the woods, but this time the stepmother was with them and wanted to go even further.
It doesn't matter. I will still be able to find the way back with these breadcrumbs. Okay, children, stay here and I will pick you up later.
Hansel, I'm scared. This part of the forest is very spooky.
Don't worry, we'll be back home in a few hours.
Since they had nothing to eat, they decided to return early because they were hungry. But when Hansel looked for the breadcrumbs, he got an unpleasant surprise.
Oh no! The birds have eaten all the breadcrumbs.
Hansel, what happened? Why aren't we going home? Since Hansel was the older brother and he was used to taking care of his little sister, he said,
Don't worry, come with me. We'll find our way.
But Hansel had no idea where he was going.
Oh no, how are we gonna get home?
Suddenly, in a little clearing in the woods, they saw a beautiful house. Look, Hansel, it's a gingerbread house, and it has many candy. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Who is the mouse that nibbles at my house?
Gretel, come here.
Who's that? I think I hear kids around here. Come closer! I am a very kind old lady.
But the woman was actually an old and evil witch who liked to eat little children. The gingerbread house was just a trap to lure the children into her house. Hansel and Gretel were hungry and very tired, so they accepted the witch's invitation.
Sit, children. I'm going to prepare a delicious dinner for you.
Wow, we are so lucky.
Yes, what a great dinner we are having.
You must be very tired. Come, get some sleep.
But when the kids woke up the next day, Hansel was locked up in a cage. Why is Hansel in there?
Because I'm going to eat him. But your brother is very thin, and I want to fatten him first.
No, Miss Witch, please don't eat my brother.
Be quiet, you little brat. You will cook and feed him every day. As for you, little boy, since I can't see very well, every day you will let me feel your arm so that I can tell when you are plump enough to eat.
But Gretel, who was also a very smart girl, gave Hansel a chicken bone. When the witch asks you to feel your arm, give her this bone so she will think you're still skinny. And so...
Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. This kid is never going to get fat. I'm just going to eat him right now. Gretel, turn on the oven.
No, witch lady, please don't eat my brother.
Go turn on the oven.
The poor little girl was very scared, but still came up with a good idea. She opened the oven door and said, Witch lady, I don't know how to work the oven.
Useless girl, get out of here.
The old witch approached the oven. Gretel quickly pushed her in with all her might and closed the oven door.
Quick, grab the keys.
Okay.
Run, let's get out of here.
The two children ran as fast as they could. In the woods they found their dad. He was very sorry for what he had done and had been looking all over for them.
Children!
Dad!
I'm so glad I found you. Margaret left the house. I will never abandon you again. Also, I have some good news. I have a new job.
And the three lived happily ever after.
The Princess and the Pea. There was once a prince who dreamed of getting married to a real princess. But son, what do you mean a real princess? Any girl who is the daughter of a king or a queen is a real princess. No, Dad, you don't understand. To me, a real princess is a kind, sweet, polite, and very beautiful girl. A girl that doesn't just think of herself, but instead cares about others. And of course, I also want to feel that love spark that will let me know she's the one. So far, none of the girls you have introduced me to is like that. Son, I think you're being way too picky. As your dad says, a real princess is simply the daughter of a king and a queen. Well, the world is very big. I know the girl I want has to be out there somewhere. I have an idea. I'll travel the world and I will find her. You'll see. The prince started his journey, determined to find a real princess to make his bride. Meanwhile, in a nearby village... Anne-Marie, wait for me! Hi, Olga. Where are you going so early? I'm going to the village school. Starting today, I am volunteering to help children who have reading problems. After all the years you spent tending to your sick grandmother, I thought now that she died, you were going to take time for yourself. Oh, my dearest grandmother. I'm sorry for bringing back those memories. It's okay, don't worry about it. Oh, Granny, I do miss her, though. My princess, can you get me a glass of water, please? Of course, Granny. Here it is. Thank you, princess.
Granny, am I really a princess?
Yes, honey. You are and always will be my princess. Oh no, I have to hurry. It's getting late. See you later. Her Majesty Princess Charlotte. My pleasure. I understand that you've come seeking my hand in marriage. Yes, my lady. Very well, here are my conditions. I will have twice as many ladies in waiting than the usual. Furthermore, you will give me a new jewel every Friday, and I will have the most expensive wardrobe in the kingdom. I am one of the most beautiful princesses in the world. I deserve this and more. Oh, and you will only get one heir, because I don't intend to ruin my body by having many children. I understand. The prince searched for an excuse and left quietly. Where is the girl of my dreams? I want to find her so badly. I would give her all of my love. We would share every moment. I guess I'll have to keep looking. Her Majesty, Princess Catherine. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the kingdom. Did you have a good trip? Are my servants taking good care of you? Yes, everything is okay. I think I found her. She is caring and very beautiful. Sorry, Your Majesty, but how rude. Don't you see I'm busy? The people are very angry about the new taxes, and they are out there protesting. They say they have no money to pay the taxes, and they are already starving. They ask you for your mercy. I couldn't care less about that. Let them starve if they must, but the taxes have to be paid. Once again, the prince made up an excuse to retire. After meeting more princesses, the prince returned to his kingdom very disappointed. I told you that girl only exists in your dreams. You have to stop being delusional and face reality. The perfect girl doesn't exist. Dad, you still don't understand. I never said I wanted a perfect girl. The children at school are learning about forest plants. I will go to the woods to draw some of the plants there and show it to them. I think that will help them learn more easily. Anne-Marie began to draw the plants, but got so into it that she didn't notice she had gotten lost in the woods. At night, a storm broke out. Oh no, I'm soaked, and it's so cold. And the worst thing is that I don't have the slightest idea where I am. There's a light over there. I'll go see if I can find some help. Meanwhile, at the palace... Wow, some storm this is. Son, why are you up at this hour? I couldn't sleep. It hasn't rained this hard in a while. Yes, we couldn't sleep either. Who could be knocking at the door at this time of night? I'll go open it. Please, I need help. I got lost in the forest, and the storm is very strong. It's so cold out here. Yes, of course, come in.
Who is it, son?
It's this girl. How come you let her come in just like that? At this time of night, and in the midst of such a storm? Under these conditions, we only allow royalty in the castle. I will only allow this girl to stay if she is a princess. Anne-Marie recalled her grandmother's words. Yes, my girl, you are and always will be my princess. Yes, I am a princess. Please let me stay. I can pay for my stay with work. I know how to cook very well and wash clothes and do other housework. She's beautiful and sweet and very considerate. She even offered to pay for her stay. She's not some freeloader. Dad, the young lady is a princess, and we must treat her as such. I'll go wake up the servants to take care of her. Oh no, please, don't bother, and don't wake the servants. They must be very tired from their daily duties. Just let me stay here and allow me to warm up by the fireplace, and I'll be on my way tomorrow as soon as I've paid for my stay. It is her. I'm sure she's the one. Well, at least let us get you some dry clothes and a room to spend the night. Your Majesty is very kind. My son seems to be very interested in that girl. Maybe she is the one that he has been waiting for all this time, but I don't believe she is a princess. I find it very suspicious that she knows how to do all that housework. I'll have to check if she is a real princess. The queen put an uncooked pea on the bed and then had it covered with 20 mattresses. If she is of royal blood, she will feel the pea and won't be able to sleep all night. What a strange bed this is. I've never seen 20 mattresses on a bed before. This is so uncomfortable. The next day, you play wonderfully, Your Majesty. Please allow me to thank you for all that you have done for me. Yes, of course. By the way, how did you sleep last night, dear? To be honest, I couldn't sleep all night. Perhaps there was something bothering you? I saw earlier that you awoke with bruises all over you. Actually, I think I got the bruises while I was lost in the forest. I fell several times. And about the bed, I'm not used to sleeping in a bed that's so soft. I like this girl. She might not be of royal blood after all, but she's everything my son wanted. The queen invited Anne-Marie to stay a few days with them. The prince took the opportunity to get to know her a little better, and they soon fell in love. Are you really a princess? Well, actually, I'm not a palace princess. I'm not the daughter of a king and a queen, but I am my grandmother's princess. She always told me that I was, and she was so important to me that if she said so, I believe it. And would you like to be a palace princess? I mean, I think it would be nice. I would have the chance to help so many people. The prince asked Anne-Marie to marry him, and several months later, the wedding was held. Rumpelstiltskin. Careful, careful. I almost have it. This one won't escape. Oh, I can't believe that the lady from the store didn't want to buy my milk. Oh no! That man is going to kill that poor animal. I won't allow it. No! Hey, what are you doing? I don't plan on letting you kill this poor innocent animal that hasn't done anything to you. What are you talking about? Get out of here. I need to kill this animal. Why? Do you have a lot of children back home that are hungry and need meat? Hungry kids? Me? You're so funny. No, I'm just hunting for fun. Or did you not know that hunting is a sport, too? You're thinking about killing this poor animal who probably even has a family for sport? Yeah. I'm not the only one that does it. So, just because other people do it doesn't make it right. Poor animal. It's just living its life without hurting anyone. Okay. You win. I won't kill it. And I'll even pay for the milk that you spilled because of me. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not necessary. No, I want to. You've given me something to think about, and you spilled it because of me. So I need to be responsible. Ugh, I'm so tired. I don't think the king would mind if I rested for a bit. And luckily, there's that house there. I'll see if they can give me some dinner, or at least a glass of water. Huh? One of the king's soldiers? To what do I owe the honor? Good evening, my good man. You see, I have to bring a message from the king to a faraway land, but I'm very tired and very hungry. I was wondering if you could give me a nice dinner and some time to rest here in your house. Oh, of course! Come in! How could I not? What's your name? The only thing I'll tell you is that they call me the miller's daughter. Good evening. And thank you for buying the milk. And please, stop hunting innocent animals. Wow, what a special girl. I liked her a lot. It's a shame she didn't tell me her name. But, oh well, at least she gave me a hint. They call her the miller's daughter. I'm going to have to learn a little bit more about her. Good evening. Oh, what luck! My daughter has arrived. My daughter is the best cook in all the land. Oh, Dad, I'm not that good. Of course you are. Daughter, why don't you cook one of those delicious meals that you know how to make for the king's soldier here? Okay, I'll be back. Here it is. This food is really good. I told you, my daughter is the best cook in all the land, and she's also the most beautiful. Yes, she is attractive. And not just that, she has a talent that no one in the world has. My daughter can turn straw into gold. Dad! That's a talent that the king should know of right away. Thank you very much for everything, good sir. But it's time for me to leave. Of course, you're very welcome. Dad, why did you tell that man such a big lie? Don't worry about it, daughter. I've told you that I want you to marry an important man, and how great would it be if that rumor reaches the king's ears? Then you could marry the prince. Dad, but that's a lie. I can't spin straw into gold. Ah, who cares about that? The important thing is that the king hears the rumor. So the daughter of that miller can turn straw into gold? Yes, that's what the man told me. Then go. If that's true, I'll tell my son to marry her. But if that man is lying, I will throw him into the dungeon for the rest of his life. Bring me that girl immediately, as you wish, your majesty. By decree of the king, your daughter is to accompany me. If it is true that she can spin straw into gold, then she will be married to the prince, son of the king. But if on the contrary, if it was a lie, then the king will throw him into the dungeon for the rest of his life. Don't worry, I know what I said. My daughter can turn straw into gold. I can't get that girl out of my head. I'm going to have a serious talk with Dad about this matter, and when he gives me permission to marry her, I'll start looking for her. Dad, I want to talk to you about something. Tell me, son. You see, you've been telling me for a while that I need to look for a girl who I'd like to marry. Yes, but I already have one in mind. What? Yes, it's a girl with a very special talent. But, Dad, I think I've already met the girl of my dreams. None of that, son. I already gave my word that you would marry this girl with a special talent. But, Dad, I love another girl. Forget about her, son. It's been decided. Okay, miss. Here is everything you need to spin straw into gold. You have all night to do it. Oh no! How can I spin all this straw into gold? It's impossible!
Ka-ching! Why are you crying?
Huh? Who are you?
What does that matter? I asked you first. Why are you crying?
The miller's daughter told the troll everything.
Oh, that's easy. I can turn all this straw into gold.
Really?
Yes, of course. It's easy peasy.
Oh, please, help me.
Huh? For free? You thought I don't work for free. What would you give me?
Well, I don't have much, but I have this necklace that my mom gave me before she died. It's not very valuable, but for me it holds a lot of sentimental value.
Okay, I'll take it. Aha! Time to get to work. Dee-dee-loo, dee-dee-loo, dee-dee-dee-loo, 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 dee-dee-dee-dee-loo. Ha 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 ha! Look, I told you, it's easy.
This is amazing. Thank you so much for helping me.
Bye!
The next day, the king sent for the miller's daughter. Fascinating what you've done, but I still don't believe that it's true. So tonight, you're going to go back to the stables, and you're going to spin more straw into gold. But, Your Majesty, you told me it was just one time. No, if you really do have this talent, you'll be able to do it again tonight. Goodbye. Excuse me, Your Majesty. And so... Oh no! And this time he put double what he had last night. Oh, what am I going to do?
Ka-ching! Why are you crying now?
You again? Oh, please help me! Help me! I have to spin all this straw into gold!
But I don't work for free, you know that.
Please, I don't have much to give you. The only thing I have is this ring. It doesn't have any value.
Give it to me.
Oh, thank you so much.
Dee-dee-doo, 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 dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo.
Oh, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate this.
Bye!
The next day. Amazing! I'm completely fascinated by your talent. But I'm still not completely convinced. Tonight, I want you to continue turning straw into gold. Good night. Yes, Your Majesty. Oh no! There's so much straw! Now it's completely impossible to get out of this one!
Ka-ching! You're a crybaby, aren't you? What's wrong now?
Can't you see? I'm completely covered in straw! And I have to turn all of it into gold. Help me, please.
What are you going to give me?
I'm sorry, but now I truly don't have anything to give you. Can you help me if I don't give you anything?
Help you? I don't help anyone. My specialty is taking away everything people have until they don't have anything left. So, if you don't have anything to give me, I'll be leaving now.
No, wait.
Okay, they've said that the king has said that if you turn all this straw into gold, you're going to marry the prince. Well, I want your firstborn child.
I don't think I'm going to marry the prince. I'll tell him yes to get out of this mess. Okay, I accept.
Perfect. Time to get to work.
Oh, thank you so much.
This is magnificent. Prepare the wedding at once. Dad, what is this about me getting married tomorrow? It's true, son.
I'm very happy because you're going to marry an extremely talented girl. But Dad, I wanted to marry a different girl. No, son, you're going to marry the miller's daughter, and that's final. What did you say? I said you're going to marry this other girl tomorrow, and that's final. No, I mean, what did you call her? The miller's daughter. Dad. The miller's daughter, who also really liked the prince, was very happy to learn that he was the one she was going to marry. The next day, the miller's daughter and the prince got married, and that same day, they became the king and queen. 1 year later, oh, my daughter is so beautiful. Ka-ching! Hello! Remember me? Oh, no! Give me the girl! You promised me your firstborn. No, please, don't take my child. I beg you. I'll give you whatever you want, whatever riches you want. But don't take my little girl, please. Nope. Your little girl was promised, and your little girl is what I'll take. No, please. When I promised you, I didn't actually think that I would have children one day. Oh, please tell me what I can do. Okay, I'll have a little bit of fun. I'll give you 3 days to guess my name. If after 3 days you haven't guessed it, then I'll take the girl. Bye! Oh no, what am I going to do? How am I going to guess the name of that little man? The queen requested that she be sent a list of a lot of names, and the next night, ka-ching! And, did you figure out my name? Is your name Abdul? Abel? Nope. Alonzo? Nope. Albert? Nope. I'm leaving. Oh, wait, I still have more names. Oh, no, what am I going to do? I only have 2 nights left. The next night, ka-ching! Do you know my name? Carmel, Cassandro, Charles. Nope. Ha ha ha! You only have 1 night. But wait, I still have more names. Oh, no, what am I going to do? The queen called for her most trusted soldier, and she told him to search the entire kingdom for the name of the mysterious little man. I've searched all over the kingdom, and I haven't discovered the name of any mysterious little man. I'll rest here for a bit. Ha-ha! Ha-hi! 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 Who's there? Ha-hi! 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 Very soon I'll have a baby here with me. Ha-ha! 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 Because the queen will never guess that my name is Rumpelstiltskin. Ha-ha! What a weird little man. And what is he talking about? Oh well, it doesn't matter. It seems like this is very important information. I'll go find the queen immediately. The soldier arrived at the palace, and he immediately told the queen everything he had seen in the forest. Oh, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate this. Of course, your majesty. The next night, ka-ching! Ha ha ha! Do you know my name? Ha ha ha! Today I have come for your daughter. No, wait! I know what your name is. Oh, yeah? Ha ha ha! No, no one knows. Yes, your name is Rumpelstiltskin. How? How do you know? No! And the queen was able to save her baby.
The Elves and the Shoemaker. There once was a poor shoemaker who lived with his wife in a humble shoe store. Although he was kind, honest, and hardworking, he hadn't done well in life. In fact, his shoe store was bankrupt.
Wife, these pieces of leather is all we have left to make 1 last pair of shoes. After that, we have no choice but to starve.
Oh, how tragic.
Well, either way, I'll cut the leather and leave it here ready so I can sew the shoes tomorrow.
The shoemaker and his wife went to sleep. But the next day, when they woke up, they were in for a big surprise.
Look, wife, come see, run.
What is it?
Look, this is where I left the leather last night. But now, instead of the leather, I found these shoes. And they are already finished. And look at the workmanship. It's the finest and most exquisite work I've ever seen in my life. They are the most stylish shoes. And look at the stitches. Not a single one is out of place.
I'll put the shoes by the window so everyone can see them. A beautiful and elegant young lady passed by. Oh, what beautiful shoes! I want them. I really like those shoes. Can I try them on? Yes, of course. Oh, they fit me perfectly. I'll buy them.
Look, wife, this young lady was so happy with the shoes that she paid 2 times what I charged her. We now have enough money for dinner and to buy leather for 4 more pairs of shoes.
The shoemaker bought the leather and cut it out, but since it was getting dark already, he decided to go to bed and finish the shoes the next day. In the morning,
Wife, come see, run!
it happened again?
Yup, look what wonderful shoes these are.
They are so well made, I'll put them by the window again.
There you are! Look at these beautiful shoes! They look very fine indeed.
Like the day before, the customers were delighted with the finesse and elegance of the shoes and paid good money for them.
Wife, look at this dinner. Isn't it splendid?
The days passed, the shoemaker bought the leather and cut it, and the next day the shoes were ready. The shoemaker and his wife prospered greatly. One night, "Look, husband, I am very happy about what has been happening, but it's a mystery and I would like to know who has been making these shoes."
You're right. We should thank them for all they've done for us.
It was Christmas time and Christmas Eve approached. The shoemaker and his wife pretended they were going to bed, but as midnight got nearer,
Wife, let's hide here behind these curtains and let's stay up all night watching who has been helping us so kindly.
At midnight, the shoemaker and his wife were surprised when they saw 2 shabby little men. "Look, husband, it's 2 little elves."
Yup, poor things. Their clothes are all tattered.
"And it's so cold outside. I have an idea. Let's make new clothes for them and leave them as a Christmas gift." So the shoemaker and his wife went to work on the gift. At night, "The gifts are ready. Now let's leave them on the table instead of the leather to demonstrate our gratitude."
Let's go to bed.
"Hey, look, it's a Christmas present. Open it to see what it is. It's new clothes." "Hey, husband, I would like to go see if the little men took the gifts."
Okay, let's go.
The shoemaker and his wife hid behind the curtains again. The elves were wearing the new clothes and dancing merrily. The elves left dancing and singing happily and never returned again. The shoemaker and his wife continued to prosper and lived happily.